But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon.
But what really was the point of the moon landing? Since 1972, nobody has walked on the surface of the moon. Surely the reason had to be deeper than just because we could, right? All the money spent, the rockets launched, all just to say we could? And why haven't we done it recently? I knew I needed answers, so I packed my things, headed south for Mankato. I met up with my old college astronomy professor to help get to the bottom of things.
My name is Stanley Elderson. I'm a professor here at Minnesota State, Mankato, and I've been working here for about 12 years. Prior to that, I was on the board of directors for NASA. I was stationed at Cape Canaveral in Florida, and I was there for 3 years. You know, at the time it was a huge thing to say, oh, we're going to put people on the moon by the end of the decade, like Kennedy pronounced. So it was a competition. I mean, it was a space race between us, China, Russia, and even other countries were involved. And we thought if we can get to the moon first, we're going to have a competitive edge over everybody else in technology. And it was true. We did.
I was drawn in by the idea of competition. It got me on a new line of thinking. If the moon landing was about competition, why do we compete? To scratch my curiosity, I got in touch with Minnesota United to see if any other players would be willing to do an interview. It was a long shot, but sure enough, they replied and got me in touch with a player.
Bueno, me llamo Alejandro Moretti, soy mediocampista para la Minnesota United. Juego fútbol, obviamente. Soy de Buenos Aires, Argentina, crecí ahí y ahora juego aquí en Minnesota. Hace mucho frío, pero hay buenas personas, buena gente, bueno fútbol. Creo que la cosa más importante en mi mente, en todo mi cuerpo, realmente es ansiedad, los nervios, porque no es, especialmente donde estamos hoy, en la liga, no sabemos qué va a pasar. Es más del deporte, no es solamente tengo que tirar este pelota en el gol o así, es más que eso, es un sentimiento para ser lo mejor. Y la competición es una manera no tan grave, porque típicamente hay como guerras para escoger quién es el mejor.
The moon landing, competition, and now war? The question is becoming more and more vague. I question the point of endless fighting to prove nothing. I question why people strive to break records when those records will be broken by somebody else. Do we strive to do things for the sake of doing them? It all becomes cyclical reasoning. The question's answers feel satisfying solely on the authority of the figure giving them. So what if those people weren't who they said they were? If instead of an astronomer, he works in HVAC? If instead of a soccer player, he was a college student? Does what they say have less value? What's the point in telling you these things when you could have just believed them to be who they said they were? What is the point in making a documentary about my questions in the first place? What is the point?